Ip dip dog shit, little bastard, little git. You are not going to be it. Well, you get the idea with that, don't you? The preview as the Premier League is back, thank God for that after a 2-week absence. We play Newcastle, with Ronaldo making his second debut. At Old Trafford this Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff, capacity crowd, Old Trafford, 76,000 Glazers in. Supporters. They do say, don't they, whoever they are, the heart makes the absence make the heart go fonder. And that applies to top Reds, who 1 minute they're Glazers out, and then they're back in to the Glazers' pockets being Glazers in. Hypocrites. I did say that it was a publicity stunt, and they didn't want the Glazers out. They just, well, certain people, wanted them out because of the European Super League. And because their livelihoods are at stake. Because if we did go into the European Super League, it's not competitive. It's like women's football, basically. It would be a non-competitive sport. It would be like playing amateur mode on the PlayStation. Yeah, like that. But, yeah, we'll see. Ronaldo. And I think he will make an impact. But before all that, I want to go back slightly to before the international break, when we played Wolves. Wolves had the better chances. They should have taken the chances they received. But you don't always get what you deserve. And they come out with 0 points. And I don't think, as I said in my review, that their manager's going to last the season. He will get sacked. Eventually. Because you can't just keep, not winning games. Even if you are creating other chances. And it was never, still not a foul by Paul Pogba, by the way. You play to the whistle. And you learn that as a kid. And that's why the goal was legitimate. Because the tackle was as well. Grealish shoots, scores. His poor goalkeeper by the Wolves goalkeeper. If that's really Patricio in the goal, he saves that. Now, people raved about Varane's performance. Well, if Wolves did take their chances, a lot of averages, then we would say another dud we've bought post-Sykes-Ferguson, and that Varane can't defend for toffee. So I'm not judging him solely on that game. You've got to judge him like the league table after 10 games. So the same has to apply for the new players, Varane. Yeah? That's what I'm going to say about that. Fred didn't come having glory, but we still win. People forget about that. He won't be able to play this weekend, which is not going to affect us, by the way. I'll tell you who it will affect in a moment. Because the Brazilian FA have revoked that you can't, if you play for Brazil or Brazilian, or what have you, play in the Premier League this weekend. But Liverpool, the enemy, will lose Alisson, Fabinho and Firmino. So they're going to drop points this weekend. So that's good. Hashtag buy the sun, by the way. I would recommend you buy it. For the greater good. I like Margaret Thatcher because she hates Scousers. We have that in common, don't we? Anyway. So yeah, we won the game. So the team I'm going to pick against Newcastle. De Gea in goal. He made a double save at the weekend, last weekend, week before. And it was great saves, but the Wolves player should have scored. And I still think De Gea is looking over his shoulder, by the way. I don't think Ollie knows who his number 1 is yet. He's still going to be to and fro, and I said you stick by one and that's it. But I don't think he's going to do that. He needs to nail his colours to the mass. And De Gea is still looking over his shoulder. And you do need 2 goalkeepers, by the way. People are making it sound like it's the 70s and the 80s. You do realise, don't you, those people who can't think for themselves don't, or try brainwash you, that in those days you only had 1 substitute, yeah? You didn't have the 9 substitutes you're allowed in the Premier League now. You always had 2 goalkeepers when benches were, well stacked. So things change, and it's changed for the greater good. I remember Gary Neville moaning because Pep Guardiola didn't put enough players on the bench against Burnley in the 1-1 draw. Gary Neville just tried to be controversial for controversy's sake because nobody else mentioned it after that. It all went away nice and quietly. So it's ridiculous, but De Gea still, as it was reported, was going to be dropped if Henson didn't get COVID, so there's still questions to be asked there. But you do need 2 goalkeepers. That's not an opinion, it's a fact. Right back, the load's got to start for me. Wan-Bissaka is not good enough for Manchester United. We should have got Trippier and missed a trick there. I'm not really that much of a fan of Delo, but I hate Wan-Bissaka, so Delo is the next best fit. Centre back should be Maguire. It shouldn't be Maguire. It should be Varane, Lindelof. That should be the partnership. Left back, Telles. We're playing Newcastle. We're not playing against a big team. Playing against a small club that we should be beating 9 times out of 10. The last time Newcastle beat us at Old Trafford, I think, was under Moise. I think it was, yeah. Dark days they were. So that's the back four. Midfield, McTominay's back. Gets in there. Thank God for that. We've missed him badly. For me, he is better than Van der Beek, and he's the best midfield we've got. Matic was, in Ollie's first season, ever since McTominay has. And we know, don't we, there's a lot of hate around regards to McTominay. And we all know why, don't we? But I don't know why they're bothered. It's none of their business, really, is it? You know, we're Man United fans. We're allowed to criticise our own. So why are outsiders criticising McTominay when they don't even support Man United? Strange that, isn't it? Odd that. You know? So keep your nose out in future. Go and support Forest. Careful. Anyway, yeah, so that's the midfield. McTominay, great player, modern lad. And Matic, forming a partnership. Up front, Ronaldo goes without saying. And the front three of Bruno, Pogba and Greenwood. So that's the team that I'm going to pick. Now, Donny van de Beek has come out, and for me, he has not helped himself at all. You know, it's like the Sahara Desert out there. In a moment, I'm probably going to see a mirage of Van de Beek playing in the number 10 role. Oh, he can't, can he? Because Pogba and Bruno are ahead of him in the pecking order, aren't they? Yeah, and he can't go in the midfield too because McTominay is there and Fed will be back soon anyway. So, yeah, awkward. So, let's say, you have to leave, don't you, Van de Beek? It's a shame that the transfer will close, isn't it? If you're so desperate to leave, why didn't you just buy out his own contract and terminate it like Aurier did for Spurs? If you're so desperate to leave, then why didn't you pay out your own contract? There you go. There's a little filler for you there. So, we've got Newcastle, obviously. We'll beat Newcastle. They haven't won all season in the Premier League, even though there's only 3 games gone. See, Bruce is a great manager, lucky to have him. Mike Ashley deserves a statue outside St James's Park. He's done a superb job, incredible job. And yeah, they deserve a lot of credit for what they've done. 4-0 Man United. I'm going to go for a Ronaldo hat-trick. So yeah, let's see what happens in reality.